Hey, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I think this is kind of an interesting slate. I'm still working on getting my model rebuilt for the current environment, so we've been struggling with a couple things, one of which is right up front here. It's a four gamer tonight. I think one of the things that we do need to be concerned about, and I'll look into it. I didn't think about it until right now. I don't know what the weather's like. I don't know what the weather's like for esports tonight, but if there is a potential chance that one of the games in China would be postponed, this would be a slate where the DraftKings policy would not be to refund because it's a weather-based event, and it would qualify to be paid because it would have more than one game. So the DraftKings rules pretty basically for these. They have never, everyone says they remember being refunded during COVID, but they're remembering incorrectly. DraftKings doesn't refund for weather-based events. This happened one other time. The LCK studios flooded. They didn't refund for that slate, and they did pay it out because it was a four gamer. However, when it's less, like if it's down to one game, it doesn't make a legal set of games for them. And so they have to refund, and usually they're going to cancel the slate. They could have paid the other day when they canceled it, but why would they? I mean, the rules that they have, their policy is pretty straightforward. So that's something I'd be aware of. You need to look and see. So what you would have to do if you're going to look into this is you'd need to figure out where the game is being played. And I think in China now there's only four sites. There used to be a couple more, if I recall correctly. And I think it's just one of the sites that would be impacted, and that's why the postponements for weather were days apart. But I could also be wrong. It could be a travel thing. You'd have to dig into it, but that would be a potential edge. The other thing is that currently my model is just not accounting for how these bad teams in the LCK are playing. Historically, if we had two good teams playing in the LCK or LPL, those would usually be the highest scoring matches. And you'll see like the Vegas over underlines had historically shown that and they're starting to move. Vegas is ahead of me here, but like we would usually see like a 26 and a half for this BFX Pro game would be pretty standard as the over under. And instead it came in at, I think 29 and a half. Yeah, 29 and a half. And it's about dead money. That's a real surprise based on what we would historically expect is that, it's two good teams, high scoring, um, two mid teams, could be anything, but probably under one match over another. And then two bad teams usually would be under because the teams would kind of futz around and not actually get around to going after objectives or team fighting effectively. They would just drag it out. And Bro was so bad about this last couple of years, even when they were kind of good at times, they were really bad about just dragging the pace of a game down. But so far, here in split 3 through 5, as it's called, um, we've seen these games just crush. The LCK numbers have been huge. We're seeing scores out of there that are really pancaking the rest of the slate. HLE has been running the score up. BFX has just been on. They're just both getting killed and getting kills. I've adjusted the weights and I'm still coming in underneath. So, like, if you go into the sheet, you'll see that it has the in Bro wins 26 and a half, in BFX wins less than 26. These are too low. If current trends continue, we should expect this to be around that 29 and a half. And if it had come in at Vegas 26 and a half, where it usually would have, it'd be one where we would bet the over, just lock it in for the first two maps when it was available. As it is, though, I don't know. I don't know what to do with these. I think this is the biggest gap right now in information is trying to get a handle on if this is going to keep happening, if it's a thing to do with the meta. We're not seeing the exact same reflection, but we are seeing overall kill scores increasing in the LPL on average, but the maps that are down are way down. Anyways, I pulled out the numbers already. There's one other big thing, which is we're not sure who Nongshim is going to start at ADC. I would guess that it's going to be Trigger again. I put Trigger in the numbers, but if you look um, over here onto the right, when I did it, I actually pulled Trigger and Jiwoo out. However, I'm eliminating Nongshim right off the bat. They're just a big. I'm not playing them today. They of course have upside, but HLE is very good. Um, like it's the biggest leverage spot, but it's a pure leverage play to play Nongshim today. The OK Brion and EFX, which is like Bank Fear X Bank. I don't even remember. But the Brooklyn Exchange and the Bro Levers, they that's a hard match. Money's moved to about even. It originally opened BFX a little bit of a bigger favorite. I My inclination is to back BFX here, but I think Krakow is legitimately good. Raptor's pretty good, but junglers are so important. I kind of prefer Morgan to clear. It's not a huge gap. Closer historically is very strong. Vikla's very good. Like these are lane by lane, the matchups are surprisingly tight. Like maybe we prefer Diablo Kellen, but maybe we also prefer Hypoyu. I don't know. Um, so what I did for projections is what's in the sheet, but what I put into um, Fantasy Cruncher, as you'll see in a second, is I put them just both put them in as the 2-0 because my projections are too low. I think that we could probably even manually project them even higher, and I think that the value that's there is good either way. So I just put them both in as the 2-0, and then we'll just manually adjust it based on salary. BLG, I think this is a 2-0 spot for BLG. I think Vegas has it right. JDG might steal them out, but they're looking better, but they are still not looking great. I do think there's like a real chance that JDG could win this, but the drama with the team has been so high, and finding out that Pays that they have to translate everything for Pays is it really makes a lot of sense with the decisions that they've been making. So they're just constantly a second or two behind other teams, and there's just a I can't remember who it was. Is it Zune? June that's doing the translation, but someone is having to translate on comms. So there's a constant additional voice that is behind everybody else, and that's at this level. That's really I think those couple seconds can really add up. And against a team like BLG, I don't see it. But June is very good. Scout, of course, is very good. Like the players on JDG are strong. Lane by lane, I think Ben has a pretty severe advantage here, but I could see JDG winning. I just don't think it's likely. I would need a better number to bet them, even at plus 1.5. I don't know. I like BLG to 2-0 here. So um, that's where we put it in at. And then ALIG is like, fuck, like, bro. I was on TES last night. It was like the clear and obvious play. Just the metrics. Everything was pointing to top esports. Here, I don't know. I keep trying to get behind IG. I think that Invictus is like gonna miraculously win. I really want this to happen, but I don't understand. Lane by lane, I mean, how is how is IG going to win this? Like, I guess Rookie could carry the game. You get Rookie on Azir map one, and then you get two shots to take a second. I I don't think AL win this clean though. I think we're probably looking at a 2-1 regardless of who wins. I don't know. Like you just gotta trust your gut. The metrics, everything historical, like gut capping, all of it says that this should be an AL smash spot. Their current form is so bad though that I don't know. And then their pricing, I think they're the most expensive on the slate. Anyways, let's look at Fantasy Cruncher. So moving those all in. Also, you really want to make sure that you adjust your team projections. You always want to make sure that your team projections are really done right. Because if you have a team in at like 2-0, you need to make sure that you're getting that projection done correctly. So what we're going to do here, we're going to look at advanced options. We're going to limit opposing players to 0. And then let's just run it and see where we go. Yeah, I mean, it's to be expected, right? We're going to get just tons of BLG. Like, that's just, I mean, I'm not sure what else there's to do. It's just BLGAL, right? And then pick your poison in the team slot here or the top. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing here that's surprising, right? And this is garbage here in the sixth one, but like, no big surprises. If we take a strong stance and say we really want to jam, uh, let's see what we can do for HLE BLG. Shadow. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'd go support captain on a four gamer. We've seen it before, but support or top isn't really for me, but you don't need to. Any of these jungle captains are good. Similarly, let's look at just, yeah, it's gonna like BFX a little more. You can get to out captain. Oh, I mean, this should be pretty popular. So again, if we go back to the sheet, we have 29 and a half kills in the HLE Nongshim, and both the LCK matches are 29 and a half kills, 30 and a half in JDG BLG, 32 and a half in ALIG. The only reason I prefer the JDG BLG match is because I think BLG has a very good chance of going 2-0 here. If you think that AL go 2-0, then you need to rebalance and try and get it. Or if you think IG um, go 2-0. But AL can really outscore everyone. And we saw that this morning, right? Um, yeah, okay. So there's our first BLG Bro. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing here that's surprising, right? ADC captain, or ADC captain, jungle captain. This knight captain's kind of interesting with Vikla. Alrighty. Let's do, I mean, let's look at just a full drop of AL. I like that first one. This is cool. We've been seeing a lot of correlation between captain and team for some reason, but yeah, I like that. Second one here makes the most sense. I think this one will be probably the most common. Oh, this one here at 6 is really nice. That'll be really off the beaten path. Okay, what do you think? Go through it with AL? Yeah, let's go through it with AL. Let's see what we can do with AL and Hanwha. Pretty good, but it's support captain. Here at 4, we've got Tarzan captain, Tarzan Flandre Kale. I think the trick here would probably be to just bring in another team, right? We'll come back to that. So I think that's the thing for pricing. I'm not gonna look at JDG. Here's yeah, Hope Captain. If you like Bro, this is great. Hope Captain hype. I think I'd probably side more towards this fourth one here, or this one here at six. Morgan and hype looks good, or Croco and hype. No, you got to play Tarzan. No one's gonna play that though. Hope Flandre, Shanks Kale, Shanks Kale. Okay, let's get into the options here and build some stacks. So we want to add a team stack and add a team stack, and we're gonna do let's do a four and a two, and we're gonna take team out of both. We're just gonna do a one-off team slot, see if we can make this work. Okay, and we want to remove all teams. We're gonna put HLE and AL and HLE AL. You probably can't see this because I have the screen magnified, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a four stack of HLE or AL, a four stack of HLE or AL, and then we're going to let it rotate out the teams. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to play JDG. I have JDG in at 55 because of the possibility they win. I think Brion's probably the best buy here, which puts us to Tarzan captain. We can also go BFX for so that LCK game. Yeah, to get to BLG captain or BLG team, you got to go to. You probably can't see it's behind my head right now, but this one has BLG captain here in 20. Let's drop JDG out. Run it again. I think this will just be yeah. Yeah, so it's support captain or BNK Brion if you want to do AL HLE. So I'm probably not going to play that. If you were doing 150, you get there. You could do like a one-off. I I don't think I would one-off a position player there in that match though. Anyways, that's kind of where we're at. I for my money, it's like these. I like those. I like it's crazy that you can do that with BLG HLE. But like I said before, we may really see the kills go way over in this Bro BFX match. But just can't figure out how to measure that. I mean, they're just it's not meeting any of the historical average. No matter how much I weigh the current games, it's just such a problem for the engine. Um, but I'll get it figured out as we go on. It's making me grumpy, but good luck to you and whatever.